Hey guys, what's going on? My name is TNDPTancer and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be giving you my Batman Arkham Knight review video. I was going to do a playthrough over on my other channel, and I went to go start recording it, but I accidentally recorded like the last 13 hours with the wrong mic, so that's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I wish I would have. It's like every time I go to try to record a Let's Play, something goes wrong. I swear, every single time. Either files get corrupt, mic doesn't work, if recording bugs out or something. It's so hard to record Let's Plays, like, of other games besides Minecraft. It's like YouTube is saying, no, you can't play anything else but Minecraft. But, nonetheless, overall, I thought the game was really good. Out of a 10, I'd probably have to give it like a 9 or a 9.5. There are a few things that I do complain about, which one of them being the driving controls. At the very beginning, I wasn't too fond of them with the Batmobile. Obviously, it's right trigger to accelerate, and then in most games that involve vehicles, it'd be like the left trigger to decelerate, or to slow down and to brake, as well as go in reverse. So in this game, it wasn't. It was X, and then the left trigger is like the battle mode thing. So, I mean, after a while, you get used to it. But at first, I was kind of concerned, not concerned, but I didn't like the feel of it at first. But I eventually got used to it. It's okay now, but at first, that wasn't a great thing. I don't know why it paused there, but I'm trying to find the right word. It was something that definitely was not a positive thing for me. That was one of the things that made me obviously lower the score. Was that I'm used to it now. Like I said, I think they're fine now, but in the beginning, it was kind of awkward. I know there's like a way to change the controls, I think, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't go around into doing any of that. So there's that. That's pretty cool stuff. So well, it's not pretty cool stuff. It's messed up stuff, but whatever. Another big thing that was wrong with it was the bugs. There was a few bugs in here and there. There wasn't a whole lot of them, but sometimes the textures on certain things would be low res, and then they'd finally pop up and be high res, like on certain characters during loading screens, or certain things if you just got there really fast, it just wouldn't load up correctly, which that was kind of, it wasn't really annoying. It was just something that was there, and it was just shouldn't have been there. It shouldn't have been in the game, and I hope they are able to fix that. I know there was a lot of issues with stuff like that on PC, possibly. I'm not entirely sure what the entire issue with the PC is, but I've heard it has a terrible port. So I apologize if you have it on PC, because they even started pulling it off the shelves, quote unquote. So, yeah, kind of sucks there. But we're talking about from a console standpoint in the actual game itself. The storyline was phenomenal. I really enjoyed the storyline. I really liked the Arkham Knight character, and I'll go into a little bit more on that later with a few spoilers. So if you've seen, or if you've played the game, or if you just don't care about it, if you're never going to play the game, you'll be able to, you'll understand a little bit more about the character. I have some pros and cons about the Arkham Knight character, but overall, I really liked how they took the story. Without giving spoilers, they did it such a great way. There was such a great ending and a great continuation from the other games. It was really good. It was perfect. I loved it. It was really fun, and they definitely threw a lot of different challenges at you. The UI of this game was pretty cool. It was simple, but there was a few things that I feel like could be tweaked, and I don't know. There's just so many different places you had to go to try to get to certain different things, like to upgrade your skills. You had to go. It was just that kind of annoyed me a little bit because it just takes a little bit to get there. But I understand that there's a lot of features in the game, so it might take a little bit to get there. So that, I mean, it's all right. I don't mind that, but I just kind of wish that there was a faster way of accessing certain things, and they'd have more important things up front. So, like in the if you hit like the select button, it goes to the map, and then if you hit the bumpers, it goes over to like character profiles, and then your skills. I'd rather like the skills be before the character profiles, and like the Riddler stuff too. There we go. Okay, I would prefer that to be like before the character information, because I don't really care about the character information. It's not important to the game. It's not going to help me progress any further in anything. The other things might. So If they, I mean, just the way they laid things out could have been a little bit better, maybe. But overall, the game looks great. It runs great. Storyline was great, and I just overall thought it was a really, really great game, with the exception of those few minor things, a few small bugs. But I mean, it's not that big of a problem. It's really not. It doesn't affect the game to make it game breaking. It's a lot of fun. I thought it was a great game. So if you haven't played it, you should definitely pick it up. It's for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Currently, PC version is kind of off shelves at the time of recording this because it had a bad port, like I said earlier. So PC, or not PC, PlayStation 4 or Xbox One is probably your best bet to get the game on, even if you're a PC gamer. If you have one of those consoles, I'd definitely get it on there. It's not that bad of, like, it runs well. So it was a lot of fun. I beat the game in about, it took me about 15 hours worth of recording, which had breaks in there. So I would say a good part of that was 11 or 12 hours of actual gameplay. So, and the game was supposedly supposed to take about 12 hours. So, I mean, I think I did pretty well. I may be a little bit over the average or whatever. I'm a little bit slower, but hey, it doesn't matter. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of challenging parts that you kind of had to figure out, but overall, it was very challenging, but it was a lot of fun in the end. So there was parts where I was like, why is it making me do this? But then after you beat it, you get that satisfaction of beating it, and you're like, yes, okay, that was great. And you figure out how to do things after doing it several times. Like, you start working out strategies on how to do stuff. It was a lot of fun. Now I guess we'll get into spoiler stuff, because I do want to talk about the ending. So caution, spoilers. If you haven't played the game, I would recommend clicking off the video now, especially if you want to play it or if you haven't finished it. But if you don't care and you just want to hear it, or you've already finished the game and you want to hear what I have to say, feel free to stay. First of all, the Joker. The Joker was such a big part of this game, and that was one of the things that I know a lot of people were kind of concerned about, was, is he going to be in the game? And if so, he's supposed to be dead, so how are they going to do it? They did a great job of implementing it, showing that, Batman had the Joker infection, I guess you could call it. I don't know what else to call it. But he was one of those 5 people. I thought that was a great plot twist. He's like, the 5th one will be here soon. And then you start to realize, oh, wait, that's him. So I thought that was a great plot twist. I love how they kind of tied in the Jason Todd story a little bit. I knew going into the game that the Arkham Knight was Jason Todd, but while playing it, it was super obvious, but I'm not sure if I would have not had known and went in playing the game. I may have been able to figure it out eventually, but I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good story. So, because the way they tied in Jason Todd's story wasn't even for Arkham Knight, it was more or less for Batman's decisions at that point in time. So, I don't know. It was really cool how they did that. It also gave you a little bit more information on Jason while trying to help Batman in his current position. So I thought that was great. And I thought the ending was phenomenal with, Batman facing his fear, getting rid of, that Joker. And then Scarecrow, stabs him, and he's like, I'm not afraid, or whatever he says. And he's like, how? And then he, Batman takes in, injects Scarecrow with his own serum. I was like, dude, this is so cool, because the way they did the Joker was perfect. They showed Joker taking over, and then Bruce being able to fight it off, be like, no, okay, this is me. I can't let Joker take over, and then he fights it off. That's his fear. He gets rid of him. They showed how Joker is afraid of being forgotten, and that was the last person to have the Joker serum, I guess. So it was not fun for Joker, I guess, but Joker was in this game almost as much as his villains were. I think he was in there more than the villains, obviously. And I feel like the Joker, in the end of the day, is also a main villain in this game, even though he's dead. And I like the way they twisted and took that and made that. It was so perfect, especially with Arkham Knight and Scarecrow. I liked how they had the differences between the villains and stuff. The fake deaths, they had what's-her-face, Barbara, die and then come back to life. They had certain characters that died heroically, like Poison Ivy. The saying from The Dark Knight, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. It was kind of like the reverse of that, where she's like, It was like you either die a villain or you live long enough to see yourself become the hero in that sense. Like, I thought that was really cool. Just they gave a heroic way out, and obviously the whole relationship between Gordon and Bruce was kind of cool as well. So I really thought that this ending was they could have possibly made Arkham Knight a little bit cooler by making him a different character, like somebody we hadn't already known before. Like if he was completely original, I think it would have been really cool. But I'm kind of glad they went with Jason because it added that emotional side to the game. You know, like obviously you grow through the game learning about Jason. You know, you kind of feel bad for the guy, and then like it shows him, and he's like the villain that is dead set on killing Batman. He hates him, and just you see that conflict there. You know, Bruce trying to be a mentor once again, just trying to help him, and then him refusing to help. And I just thought it was a really really great way of doing things. And I'm kind of glad they did it. I'm excited to see what the Nightfall ending is. I haven't quite finished that yet, but I feel like that'll be a lot of fun to complete. And I kind of hope they maybe some more stuff in the future, like other missions, gives a little bit more insight on the Arkham Knight because obviously he just kind of disappeared after the whole Bruce and the fight between Bruce and him, and then at the end he comes back and helps out Bruce. So I thought that was really cool. I wish we would know a little bit more about him in between those time periods, kind of what made him change his mind. And so maybe they'll do something with that. But nonetheless, I thought the game was overall really great. It had a great ending, and I would definitely recommend playing it if you haven't already. And if you have, tell me what you thought. I just wanted to get a video up for today, and this was one that I felt like doing. So here's your video for today. This is your Batman Arkham Knight review. My name is Tanner, or TNDP Tanster. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you next time. Peace out.